The hum of sprinklers outside muffled the staccato tick of the kitchen clock as Marjorie wiped invisible crumbs from her immaculate counters. A red wine glass, unwashed, perched on the rim of the sink. A tiny stain clung to the base, like a blemish. She couldn't bring herself to move it. Not yet. Last night, the book club had gathered as always, their laughter echoing through her perfect home. Even now, hints of them lingered, a silk scarf from Dolores, lemon zest on the tablecloth, spectral traces of Chanel No. 5. Marjorie gripped the marble counter until her knuckles blanched. Marjorie had told the police everything. The man, she called him Derek, the stalker from down the block with the sunken eyes, the frantic letters, the threats. She described how, just as the ladies finished discussing that month's thriller, the screams began. Glass shattered, and the world spun into chaos. Then, nothing but shadows and blood. The officers were sympathetic, concerned. They collected the bruised bodies, text in horror. No one doubted her. Why would they? She was Marjorie, PTA president, block captain, a fixture at school fundraisers. Yet, as dusk crept in, her home seemed to bristle with hushed accusations. Each polished surface reflected a warped version of her face. In the laundry, a strand of Laurie's ash-blonde hair clung to her cardigan. The scent of baked brie lingered in the oven, too rich and sour. Every echo of last night gnawed at her. She washed her hands until they were raw red, but the memory of warm blood beneath her fingernails would not fade. She pressed a trembling palm to the cold window pane. In the yard, a neighbor waved, but Marjorie hesitated, unsure if the wave was meant for her or someone else. Her phone vibrated. A text message, the sender, unknown. At first, she thought it a prank, spam, but the message was simple. 2 words behind you. Heart racing, she whirled, gaze darting. No one, only her reflection in the window, watery and pale. The silence pressed in. The house felt suddenly vast, filled with spaces only ghosts inhabited. That night, she dreamed the book club sat around the table, wine-drenched and grinning, eyes luminous in the dim. "You did this to us, Marjorie," Dolores whispered. The others simply watched, smiling. When she woke, dawn blurring the blinds, a familiar silk scarf was tied carefully around her neck, knotted much too tight. As she clawed at it, the phone buzzed again. Another message. "I know what you did." Her own words, once recited to the police, trembled back in her mind. She had created her stalker, built him from scraps of true terror. But in her silent house, she realized what every mother learns too late. Sometimes, the monsters you invent refuse to stay fictional.